Now the angles of calcaneus. We need two angles, the resting position of the calcaneus and the neutral position of the calcaneus. In the patient's foot pressure report, we can observe that the pressure on her heel is biased towards the medial side. We can infer that she has calcaneal valgus. Now let's measure the angle of her calcaneus valgus to guide us in making the insoles. Okay, first we find the calcaneus. First, find the equal division point of the calcaneus. Then extend the line segment along the direction in which the calcaneus inclines. Next, we start from the upper end of the medial malleolus to the equal division points of the upper part of the Achilles tendon. Find this spot. Finally, we find the lower one-third of the calf. Determine the equinoxes. Mark. Okay, let's make the segment connection. Since just now, we have made an extension cord for the lower section of the line. We just need to connect the upper part. Okay. Next, we use the protractor to measure the angle of the resting position of the calcaneus in the standing posture. We use this protractor. Measure the angle of inclination of the lower line segment. Read 9 degrees. The calcaneus resting position of the left foot is -9 degrees because her calcaneus is valgus. So if the calcaneus is varus, we have to write a positive number. Next, we're going to measure the neutral position of the calcaneus. When measuring the neutral position of the calcaneus, it is necessary to have patient's cooperation. Later, while you make sure your big toe is on the ground, the calf undergoes a little external rotation. Okay, the big toe should not leave the ground. Okay, and then it feels like a little arch support. Big toe pressed at the same time. We observed from the posterior side that after the two line segments basically became a straight line. We measure the angle of the calcaneus at this point. Okay, for degrees, the neutral position of the calcaneus of the left foot is -4 degrees. Now the same process for the right foot. First, mark the left and right midpoint of the calcaneus. Then we feel out the direction in which the calcaneus inclines. Extend the line segment. Then we align the ruler from the upper end of the medial malleolus and make a mark at the upper end of the Achilles tendon. One-third point of the calf. Make a connection. Similarly, we first measure the resting position of the calcaneus. -5 degrees. Okay, we do the same operation here. Step on the big toe and rotate it a little bit outward. Good. Make sure your big toe not leave the ground. Okay, after the line segments are close to a straight line, we read the angle. Okay. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay. 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 3 degree. We must ensure that when we read the data, the patient's arch is supporting. We observe that the line segments are in almost a straight line. Otherwise, it may cause certain deviations. Okay. Let's finally measure the length of both valgus. Because as we can see from the gait analysis report that she may have short and long legs.